Alright, so today I have a new AC from Zafro. This one was sent over for me to try out. This one's pretty cool because it does have the dual hose system, so it's definitely going to be a lot more efficient compared to a lot of the other ones. And this one is rated for 14,000 BTU cooling. Now another thing I will be doing, just because a lot of people usually request that, is I will be monitoring the wattage while we are testing it out. Now I wanted to show everything that came with this and show you how to put it all together. So you do have two hoses like I mentioned. They do give you some insulation foam that you can use. That way you can insulate your window a bit. I'm not going to be using this one just because I'm not going to be here for too much longer. So I don't want anything that's going to be stuck in the window. This one comes with one of the longest drain hoses that I have seen. And typically you're not going to have to drain these very often unless you live in an extremely high humidity area or you are using it in the dehumidify mode. Typically in the exhaust mode, it will exhaust it outside. You also do get a nice little holder to put on the wall. And you do get your remote, so you can actually store your remote on the wall just like you would like a mini split system. And then of course we do have all our panels. Now these panels are definitely wider compared to the other ones. It's got to accommodate for two different hoses on this one. You don't have to use all these panels either. It will depend on the size of your window. If you got a really short window, you'll probably want to limit to like the one panel. We got our window panel A. Panel B, C, D, and E. So you got a lot of panels that you can work with here. And you also got some shorter ones. So this one will actually fit a lot more windows compared to some of the other ones. So you could definitely build this to work with a shorter window or a much larger window. So these are really easy to put together. All you're going to have to do is put these little track things on. And then you're just going to slide these together. And then it's going to go in the track. And then from there, you can just tighten it. And that's all you got to do to adjust them. Really easy system. Right. And then you're going to need to put one of these in each hole, of course. And like I mentioned with this one, we have two hoses, so we have an intake and an outtake. Also, while I am back here, you can easily pull this off and you can clean your filters. So a continuous drain, you got your hose right here, and then later on you can also drain from here. So once those are all connected, we do still have one large panel left, so you can actually put this in a really large window. Let's go ahead and get this plugged in and we're going to test this out. Now this is a smart AC and you can get an app. There is a QR code that you can scan to get the app. Now after you plug it in, you're going to long press the M on the control panel for 3 seconds to open the Wi-Fi module. There's also a little countdown on here. Turn on the Bluetooth in your cell phone. Alright, so we'll go into the app and it tells us to turn on everything. Add device, it already sees it. So pairing, and then we're going to go ahead and select the Wi-Fi, get connected to that. And then we want to keep it close so everything get connected. There we go, we got everything connected. That was pretty easy to do. Now we can go ahead and power it straight from here and turn it on. It also gives you this little helpful tips to help you out there a little bit. And alright, so inside we can change the options between cool, dry, and fan. We can change the temperature with the wheel. I like that. Then plus you got the plus and minus. You got sleep and eco side by side, or you got side to side, up and down. Extra. Oh, I did read something about the extra. So if you want it to be like extra cold, you can press and hold the extra, and then it's going to go into the extra mode. It's going to turn the temperature down to 61 full blast. And it's just going to freeze you out. You could also change your fan speed. You got your auto. You also got 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and see the difference between speeds 1, 2, and 3. So it's a little faster. And right now we're set to cool, but it's not quite low enough. I'm going to go ahead and take it down to the 61 on the wheel. And I'll go ahead and just go auto for the fan. So right now the AC hasn't kicked in yet. We're using 48.9 watts, 50 watts. Up 100, we're ramping up. So it seems like this one ramps up a little bit. It doesn't go straight into it. There it goes. Yep. So right now we're using 570-ish watts. That air is really cold. Now one thing I love is the efficiency with this one compared to the other ones, and I think part of it is because of the dual hose system. But I'm trying to think where I don't know where the little yellow sticker thing went, but this one said like $67 or something like that when it comes to your yearly usage, and one of the other ACs that I did, it has $100 and something, so it's definitely a huge difference in efficiency. And right now we're at 680 watts. Now let's go ahead and go on to speed 3. Let's see what that does, if that changes the wattage here. This one doesn't seem to use a lot of power. We're a little over 700 watts. Let's try this extra mode. At the top of the screen, it's also going to tell you extra. Well, I mean, everything's fully ramped by now, and it's still barely over 700 watts that it's peaking at. Now the dual hose, one air is going to be your exhaust. This one's already getting a little warm. We also have this really nice remote control that has a display screen on here, and we could control everything straight from here. You can also press the fan and hold it for 3 seconds and it will turn it into the extra mode. Now if we go to just the fan mode, this gets really quiet. And of course you can kick the fan up to 3 speeds. So right now the fan's only about 28 watts for full fan speed. And with speed 1 we're at 20 watts. So this one doesn't use hardly anything for the fan. Now maybe you want to use the dehumidify mode. And with the dehumidify you can choose your humidity that you want to use. And over here on the app, when we changed it here, it automatically changed and updated right on the app screen. So right now we're on humidity, and we can choose, like right now it's at 30%, and it's saying that it's about 50% in here right now. And then we can change right here on the dial what percentage of humidity that we would like to have. Now do remember that you will need to drain this if you use the dehumidify mode. Now another really cool thing that you can do is that you can actually do a timer schedule with this, just like you would do with a central AC in your home. You can go in here and you go to this timer schedule like I mentioned, and press, and you can hit your start, your in. You can change if you want it to be your cool, dry, or just the fan. And you could have this set maybe 1 hour before you get home from work and have your room cooled off then. So you don't have to have this running all the time. Or you can remotely control it when you're at work. So you can set them all up, and then you can toggle them on and off as you wish. And if you want to delete them, left swipe and hit your little deletion thing. You could also set this up to work with your Alexa and your Google Assistant, where you could do voice control. Now I haven't done that yet. I haven't really used Alexa in a while. I'd have to get that all set up. Now what's cool is that it does show your room temperature and your current humidity right here on your screen. Anyway, this is definitely the most energy efficient portable AC I have ever tested. And it puts out a lot of air. It gets really cold. I love all the smart features. I love being able to control it from your phone, and from a remote or from here. So you got a lot of different options, and I like that you can control it just like you could with a smart thermostat. Anyway, if you're looking for a really energy efficient AC for this summer, definitely check this one out. I really like this one from Zafro.